Hi, welcome to the Unsubscribed podcast. My name's Charlotte.
I'm Myriah.
And if you are mad at us, respectfully go and hydrate. Cheers.
Oops.
Tell me, how's your week been?
Amazing.
Amazing. Tell me why.
I feel like
What happened? Hang on. Amazing's a strong word. What happened to make it amazing?
I feel like I potentially may have just had like some of the best sex ever.
Oh, we're going right to it. Tell me about it. Well, actually, hang on.
No.
Don't tell me about it.
No.
I don't want to know. I mean, I already know. But like...
Before I blush. Anyways, how has your week been?
My week's been really good. Move your hair out of the face so the camera can see you.
Understood.
My week has also been good. I feel like we haven't done this for a couple of weeks.
It's been a while.
It's been a while. It's been like a few weeks since
your
we
birthday,
did this.
Valentine's.
I do have some news for you though. Since we recorded this, we've released episode 1, a bonus Valentine's episode.
Yes.
And episode 2 now.
Right.
And as of the early hours of this morning, we hit 1,000... I don't want to call them streams, listens across all platforms.
Okay, that's great. As a social media manager, that's actually great in the first like couple weeks.
I know. I think we did really well. So thank you to everybody that listened.
Thank you.
We appreciate you.
Even the haters, that's fine.
We'll talk about you later. But I don't even know 1,000 people.
I think I know like 1,000 people maybe I don't want to know, but
1,000 people I don't want to know.
yeah, like I've met 1,000 people I don't necessarily need to know.
Yeah, 100%. One of the things we want to talk about today is actually related to that. So, hear me out here. Hear me out for 1 second.
1,000.
Like, not everybody is going to like you.
Correct.
That's been quite a valid part of my life for the last month or so. And at first, I took it like kind of hard. And then I was like, oh, wait, Charlotte, you don't like anybody. I don't like, I don't like many people. Like I've got this like smaller group of like maybe like 15 people that I really like. So it's okay if people don't like you. Please, what do you think?
So I unsubscribed a long time ago. And by a long, I mean like 3 years ago from like really giving a fuck if people like me. Because I'm like, I'm going to be who I am. And if you don't like that, that's honestly okay. I'm not going to change who I am.
No.
But like not everyone's going to like everyone. Everyone's going to get along. Like, and that's okay.
Yeah.
You're not supposed to be friends with the entire world. That's what I realized.
Can you imagine how exhausting that would be?
It's even exhausting having just like, like a handful of friends. But like you're going through that now. And I really respect and understand and empathize with the transition of like, okay, sometimes people just won't like be on your level or like wavelength or not for, it's like not even a personal thing. It's just kind of like you guys are not in the same, you're just different.
Different energies,
different energies,
whatever
it may be.
100%.
You're not supposed to be besties with like everyone in the world. And I think that's great. And as soon as you realize it's not always personal, sometimes it is if someone is involved. However, yeah, but usually it's not personal, like because they don't actually know you well enough to really judge.
Yeah, there was that. I think lots of people have seen it. There was an interview with Tom Holland, and he said, if you have a problem with me, that's fine. But if you don't have my phone number, you don't have... You basically don't qualify to have a problem with me.
100%. Yeah.
Which is so valid.
There's not enough access. Like, I haven't given enough people access to me in the last few years to really have a problem with me. So if they don't like me, that's just like that's a you problem. I don't even know you well enough to not like me.
Yeah, 100%.
So I just kind of stopped caring.
Right. And I think there is that huge difference between being like, oh, wait, somebody that's in my inner circle has decided they have a problem with me and don't like me anymore. That's one thing. If they're really in your inner circle, they're going to come to you and be like, hey, I didn't like this or I didn't like that. They're going to confront you about it.
If they're mature, they should.
Yeah. And then there's a difference between people like, oh, just don't like her, don't like him, don't like that. Well, why? Because you actually don't know them or you don't know that situation or, that kind of thing. So it's really interesting. And it leads me on to, I was having there's been a bit of a revelation in my life over the last couple of months, as I'm sure you're aware, as someone who spends most of your time with me.
Living with you, yeah.
Literally. That people pleasing. I'm a people pleaser.
You are.
And it was weird. I went home for Christmas and I spoke with Goose about this. We were talking about our jobs respectively and how we will go above and beyond for our job. Like literally, like, I know it's my day off, but I'll answer the phone. I know that it's 9 o'clock at night, but someone needs me, so I'm going to pick up the phone.
You do that.
I do that, not just in my job, but just in life. I won't say I put other people first, but at the same time, I kind of do a little bit. And we were like, why do we do that? Why do we do that? We don't know.
Why do you do it?
We should probably ask a therapist, is probably who we should ask.
Likely.
But people pleasing, mental, that I literally will go, this is not going to bring me peace. It's going to bring me a headache.
But I'm going to do it.
But I'm going to do it anyway because it's going to, why are we doing that? I have to stop.
I used to be like that. I stopped a while ago because it is like I think like an innate acceptance thing that it comes from. Maybe like childhood stuff. Like there's a lot of, we could dive deep into why. But innately it's like an acceptance, but also like wanting to make people feel like they're accepted by you and you want to accept them. But you also you sacrifice yourself and your own needs for them. And after a while you realize a lot of people will not do the same for you. That's the problem.
For sure. And I think that's the point, right? People pleasing doesn't actually do anything for you. And therefore, you can't people please forever. You cannot please that one person for the rest of your life because you become exhausted, you become burnt out, you become all of those things that you can't make. It's unmaintainable. Do you know what I mean? Like,
and sometimes it is a two-way street, and they want to do the same for you, but oftentimes I realized that it's not. It's just like you trying to make sure they're okay. And you're like, wait, am I okay? I don't think I am.
But how often do you actually go, am I okay?
I do a lot now. But I've had to really work on it from therapy, from a lot of things. But back like a few years ago, I never asked myself. Now I always am like, am I okay? If I'm not, I'm like, then you figure out you. I'm not going to, you know what I mean? Like not to be selfish, but like I'm more important to make sure I'm fine before you're fine.
It makes sense because you can give someone your best self when you're okay. You can't give someone everything that you've got or the best versions of you.
Then you're depleted.
Right. I think I'm still learning that to be like, this is not a good situation for me. I still would like throw myself, what do you need? Stop it, Charlotte. What do you need? What does Charlotte need?
Right. It's also like, what does this person add to your life? You know what I mean? And so it's like, if you have like a solid list, then it's like, okay, maybe they're worth investing into more or chatting with. But it's like, what do they add to my life?
But also, if it's actually balanced, you know what I mean? Like, and by balance, I mean like, are they going to give you? And I'm not talking about. For the record, I'm not talking about boyfriends, husbands, men. I'm not talking about men. I'm talking about friends, family, whatever. Just people in your life, colleagues. If they're not, would they do the same for you that you're doing for them?
Often, no.
No, exactly. And that's the one of the things that I'm really, really kind of like, I don't want to say I'm struggling with it, but it's something that I'm very much aware of at the moment. Good. But this brings me on to something that's kind of funny. And I'll be like, I'll bump into you and I'll be like, oh, sorry. And you're like, don't apologise. It was an accident.
Literally.
And it's like, I think it's a very British thing.
You guys apologise a lot.
We apologise.
You apologise for
everything.
They apologise when they cough. And I'm like, you can't help it. So like, it's fine. Like, I don't.
We've been a little sick recently, spring flu vibes.
Yeah.
And I'll be like, sorry. And you're like,
for what?
For what? Like, so as Brits, I think it's for whatever reason, we say the word sorry.
It's almost like self-deprecating on accident. Like, you're not trying to be like the victim, but you guys just apologize way too much. And like, as an American, there's a lot wrong with us. But like,
preach.
But hearing like sorry all the time, I'm like, you're good though. Like, it's fine.
Yeah.
Don't
100%.
apologize for coughing.
You literally cough, you sneeze, and you said sorry. Like, it's literally something that you can't control.
100%.
Cannot control a sneeze, but you're going to apologize for it anyway.
Yep.
But when it comes back down to just going back to that people pleasing thing. Sorry, I'm just reading all the messages that are coming in.
There were a lot.
I know there was thousands. But it's like being like, I can't come in today. I'm in the hospital. So sorry. Like we will. So like we will be like, we have a job. We have a job. Like British people have a job, and then it'll be like, I was in a car accident. And you call your freaking job, your HR department or your boss, and you're like, I'm really sorry, I can't come in today. I was hit by a car. And they'll be like, when are you going to be back? And we'll be like, I'll be back in 5 days. I'm just really sorry. Like, I broke my leg and I don't know. I'm just really sorry. It's such a weird thing that we do. I don't know why we do that. I don't know why we do it.
I feel like in New York, it's like if you're saying sorry, it's like because you like ran over someone's dog. Like you're not.
Well, you should apologize, even if it was an accident. 100%. Like apologize.
Yeah, but like no, don't. Why are you sorry?
Speaking of dogs, same but not the same. Have you at any point? You're on the internet, right?
Well, my job is social media, so I would say yes.
So have you at any point come across Punch?
Yeah, of course.
So one of the things I have to unsubscribe from for my own mental health is watching the videos of Punch.
He's happy now.
I know, but it still breaks my heart. I want to pick him up. I want him. I will give him a family home. I'll give him whatever he needs. Like watching him.
I walk in, I'm like, Punch is here. Fuck.
Watching him be bullied by the other big monkeys, and then like the way he was dragging around the toy, it was just honestly. When I tell you it broke my heart, I cried. Tears.
Does it or does it not remind you sometimes of how it was to be a kid in like elementary school, primary school, whatever you call it?
Primary school.
I was bullied very hardcore.
I was bullied at
like
primary school, yeah.
So like I know he's monkey, but like
Do you want to know why I was bullied at primary school? I'm going to tell this story if I haven't already told it. Okay, so I don't think it's on the pod. No, it's not. It's definitely not on the pod, so I'm going to tell the story. I was at a primary school, normal state primary school. And I, in year 5, which would be 6th grade, I think, was put in, there was 5 of us put in the year 6 class because we were smart. Right? So we were like, you're not moved up. We weren't moved up in the fact that we were going to graduate primary school a year quicker. We weren't that smart, but there was 5 of us that they put into the year 6 class. Right? And one of the girls that lived down the street from me, our mums were friends, was in year 6. So I ended up in her class. And she ended up like bullying me. But I was like, this is really weird because like, I'm going to see you at the weekend because our mums are friends. Like, what I didn't really, and when I saw her at the weekends, it was fine. So then it took me a really long time and my mum pulled me out of school. 3 days I did not go to school. She pulled me out.
Because of her.
Because of her. And like, she went to her mum, and her mum was like, I'm really sorry, I'll speak to her. And my mum was like, cool, but that's not good enough. I need the school to fix this. So she pulled me out. And the reason it all boiled down to why she was bullying me was she was jealous.
That's typically why
we were friends at home. Like, on the weekends, we'd play out in the street and ride our bikes and do all the things. But at school, it was like, well, we're doing the same maths exam, but I'm a year younger than you. That was it. It was wild.
Interesting.
Wild. Kids' behaviour is wild.
How'd that turn out? Like, what happened?
Well, then she went to secondary school the year later. And then also we moved. So I then went to secondary school as well. Like a year later. No, 2 years later. But by the time I was at secondary school, we'd moved. So we weren't living there anymore. So I've got no like connection to her or anything like that now, but like I'll never forget, like I remember being stood outside one specific door of my primary school, like in the playground at lunchtime kind of thing. So what am I, like 10? I think I'm 9, 10 and she's 10, 11, that age group. She's the year age, and literally like crying, just standing there crying.
That's the worst.
It was horrible. And I remember I can't remember her name. I wish I could. The dinner lady, she had a daughter at school. I can't remember her name. Her daughter was called Rachel, but I can't remember the dinner lady's name. She was like the head of the dinner ladies. She was like the big dinner lady.
The head dinner lady.
The head dinner lady.
Top
and she was like, Charlotte, what's the matter? And I was like, and I think I just like word vomited a little bit. And she like picked me up and carried me inside to the head teacher. And the head teacher, Mrs. Fernhead, who, like absolute gem, like literally a gem. she called my mum. And my mum, like, they knew straight away that this was not just like one child having like a bad day. They knew that, oh, this it's got to the point where this is affecting her. We need to deal with it.
That's good.
But I had, like, they were just like big, strong women about me at around that age. Like, they were just incredible, and they were so lovely. So yeah, that's when I was bullied at primary school. There's a story.
So more of the story is a lot of kids are bullied.
A lot of kids are bullied, and therefore, yeah,
older life where it's like they're people pleasers to be accepted because they were bullied as children.
Yeah, and then when I remember there was a bit of a wake up moment for me at secondary school. Actually, probably following on from that, unbeknown to me at the time, because I wasn't that smart when I was 16, whatever. I was part of. There was the popular crew, but I was like kind of like. There was 4 girls and like 4 popular guys, and then a few guys in the background and like me in the back. So I was like the curtain. I was like number 5 in the popular group. Kind of felt like a curtain, but also I felt like I had friends in other areas. Like I felt like I was good with everybody. And then when it came to college, so for that would be lower 6 and upper 6, so 6th form for us. So I think that would be grade 11 and 12 for you. Are they the last 2 grades of school before university?
11 and 12, yeah.
11 and 12. So 11 and 12 for us were, so we had year 11, not the same, and then we had college 1 and college 2, we called it, lower 6th, upper 6th. Lots of different schools call it different things. So when you're going into college 2, you have to get a head boy and a head girl and a deputy head boy and a deputy head girl.
I just learned.
Yeah. So not at every school. I was at a private school, so I'm very privileged, whatever. And so towards the end of college 1, so lower 6th, you would have these like sessions where there'd be like 12 of you, 15 of you like brought in from the year group to discuss who you want to put forward, who you don't want to put forward, and then discuss it, kind of like a debate. But you're discussing your peers, and then you're not supposed to talk about it. So that whole thing in itself, I don't love. I don't think that was healthy. Mm-hmm. And I remember being in one of the groups and someone saying, one of the girls from the popular group was put forward, and I was like, oh, I'm biased, I should not speak here. And another girl said, yeah, but you're in that popular group, Charlotte. And I remember being like, I am. And also, I never knew that they saw them as those people.
Right.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I was like, it was a bit of a wake-up call. And then I found out that my name had been brought up to be one of the head or deputy head girls. And one of the girls in the popular group, who was one of my best friends, had said, no, she's not right for it.
That bitch.
Yeah. I ended up being head of house, which was actually cooler. So
I'm actually just learning what all this means, because we have like valedictorian and stuff in America where it's like you're like top of the class because you like have the best grades.
But is that literally the person with the best grades?
It's the best grades.
Literally, they scored highest out of everybody.
Yeah, yeah.
Is that what was it? Valedictorian. Valedictorian.
Yeah, like consistently best grade, like best GPA.
What's a GPA?
Grade point average.
So you average all your grades out to that.
Yeah.
Funny.
But they were like not cool. Like they're not cool. Like you don't aspire to be valedictorian in America. You like don't like it's cool, but you're like, all right, well it's better to be like a cheerleader or a dancer.
Right, and at the time
that's what I did. But I also had really good grades.
But at the time that serves you well because you're popular.
Yeah. But no one's like, oh my God, I want to be head girl.
How many people go, and like we're in our 30s. Mm-hmm. I was on the cheerleading squad. Like, no one gives a fuck. But if you're like, I had the highest grade point average and I went to medical school and I did this and this, everyone's like, wow, good for you. No one actually cares about being in the popular group or being a cheerleader.
Right. But also, as you get older, no one really cares about how high your GPA was or like how high your grades were. Because they're like, oh, you were a nerd, you had no friends, you probably didn't have sex till you're like 25. But like, which is also fine. But like, they're not always the most humble either. So
no, 100%. Do you think
your head girl, head boy? It's like you're probably a dick, and they usually were dicks. The valedictorian was such a bitch.
Like, as in like,
my grades are higher than yours.
My grades are higher than yours. But was she like cool?
She's not that cool.
But she made everybody know.
Yeah, 100%.
I
And
really.
it doesn't matter about being cool, but like be humble no matter who you are. Cheerleader, head girl, head boy, whatever.
Do you not wish you could tell your like yourself at 16, 17, 18, be like, this, as much as you want to be part of the cool crew and you want to be this and you want to be that, the thing that people will remember you for is your humility and your
For sure.
you're kind to. You don't
Yeah.
you just and you can.
I was never
we're
cool,
not,
though.
We're not
I was never
parents.
cool.
We're not parents, but we have lots of friends that are parents, and we know people that have kids, and they're like, it's like, tell them just to be a good person, and they all want to just tell them to be a good person.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I didn't like blossom though until I was like 17. Then everyone's like, oh.
I'm still waiting. I'm still waiting to for the blossom.
I got some like, are you new here? I'm like, bitch, I've known you for 5 years. Like, no, I'm not new here. But
How
like,
many people were at your school?
my high school, I think my graduating class was like 900. That was just the graduating class. So like there was 4 grades.
I think there
obviously.
was 450 in my school when I left.
Yeah, so it's different. It's different.
900 in your year.
Yeah, I didn't
grad
become
school.
cool to like 16, 17. Like I kind of like, it took me a long time to kind of come out of my shell.
Yeah, I understand that.
But once I did, I was like, I don't want to talk to any of you. You all are dumb.
It's crazy.
these are guys.
A lot of the people that I was friends with at school are still friends, and if I bump into them in the street when I go home, I'm like, hey, nice to see you, whatever. But they are all still like the group that I was involved with, not just the girls, like the slightly wider group. They're all still like BFFs, and they all like
The same.
yeah. And some of them live in London, so they live in different places. A lot of them went back to York, which is where I'm from, and they just still, that's their group. And it's just like, I'm not sorry I was a part of that when I was a kid, but at the same time I'm so grateful to be away from that.
100%.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I think there is a little bit of, not power, but a little bit of like, good for you, Charlotte, kind of
Some
energy.
people really do stagnate. You know what I mean? We've talked about this before. Like they kind of just like, especially like if you meet, you start dating and you're, 18, 19 and keep dating, it's like you really just kind of stagnate sometimes.
Yeah, 100%. I remember, so I had a boyfriend I was at uni and I was like 21. It was in my 3rd year. He was not a good guy. I think I've mentioned it on the pod before. Mm-hmm. And I obviously got into drama school, and my mum had met him but didn't like him, and she was right to not like him. Everything that she said was correct. I was just a little too scared to leave him, which is probably for another episode. Mm-hmm. And I remember her saying to me, he's going to hold you back. And I was like, what do you mean? That I'm a strong woman. At 21, no one holds me. She was so right. And breaking up with him was the best thing. And I moved to London, moved into the house, started drama school. And I remember a good friend of ours, you know her. Mm-hmm. And I called her into my bedroom because I got this random, like, I'd blocked him on Facebook or whatever it was, but I got a message from some social media channel he'd managed to message me. And it was like, hey, how are you? I hope you're doing well at drama school, ex-drama school. Excuse me. I told you I was the only one that believed in you, that you'd get in and all of this shit. And I was like, and it was like painful to like read. It was like, because at the time, like 6 months before, I would have believed everything he said.
For sure.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Insane. So, I saw a quote the other day, and it was like, always choose peace over awkwardness.
Agreed.
Okay, tell me about why you agree with that.
I know you're currently just kind of going through this recently, but years ago, I mean, again, I lived in LA, New York, whatever. I had to get to a point where I was like, listen, there's going to come many times where friends, people I just met, not friends, they're going to have certain opinions about me, my decisions, my friendships, things they've heard. And it's going to be awkward, weird, whatever. But I know who I am at the end of the day. So I will always choose at this point in my life myself and who I know that I am, and being able to just like rest easy at the end of the day and not worry about what other people think. Because what other people think and speak about you is not your business. That's on them.
I love that phrase as well. That's none of my business.
No, what you think about me is not my business. No. I know who I am. So if you think a certain type of way, if you're not going to even confront me about it, that's on you. And I've realized that choosing my own peace, whatever, solidarity is so much more important than being like, oh my God, what do they think about me? I don't give a fuck.
What about the other way around? What about if you confront them about it and they don't like it?
The thing is, if I have a certain type of feeling about someone, I will always confront them because we're adults. We are grown-ass people. If I've heard something or if I have a feeling about something, I will always, if I've fucked up, I will come to you as an adult and say something. And I feel like if you don't do that, grow the fuck up. So I've dated several narcissists in my life. I've known several narcissists in my life. And I feel like we've recently encountered a couple of narcissists in our life.
So, yeah. So I think...
That's what you're currently dealing with now. And it's hard. It's really hard to get through.
It's someone that you thought was one thing and then not. And this was not a
Layers
boyfriend. It was not a sexual thing. It was not a...
No, it doesn't have to be.
No. And I think I'm like having this conversation with this person and they were like, no, this has happened. No, this is because you said this. And I'm going, what? Like, it was like, I think it was one of the first times like that I'd really ever in my life experienced. I've experienced gaslighting before, but like there was this wake up moment where I was like, oh, this is not healthy because it's so obvious. That you are, and it's you're lying like about the conversation that we had, and you're trying to convince me it happened in another. And I was like, oh, this is bad.
But they believe what they're saying. That's the crazy part. But they blame you for reacting to their behavior, even though like they're the ones that fucked up. So you're like, I'm reacting to what you did, but you're gaslighting me to think it's my fault. It's a mind fuck for sure.
It was and I think that's the last month or so. That's what I've been like working through and going, wait, but. There was a point that something that was said. It was like, you said this in front of that person. And I was like, no, I didn't. I said it to you outside, like in my head. And then, but you were there when it was allegedly said.
I was like, I don't remember that.
And you were there the entire time. And I was like, so we come home and we go, Myriah, I didn't say that in front of that. And you're like,
but it confuses both of us.
It makes you go, oh, fuck, am I insane?
You second guess yourself. You're like, I was like, wait, horrible. Did I hear that?
Yeah.
Was that true? Mm-hmm. You gaslight yourself, and that's the most fucked up part. You start second guessing yourself. I think when I was going through all this years ago, as soon as I started second guessing myself, I was like, no.
Yeah, and I mean, this happened like weeks and weeks and weeks ago. But I remember the first week after it happened, like me, like every now and again, like lying in my bed or just being in my walking the streets with my headphones in, like going, wait, but did I? And it was the first time I ever realized. I was like, oh, that's what gaslighting is. Mm-hmm. When it literally makes you feel crazy.
Yeah.
But 100% in like your integrity is intact, in your heart of hearts, that is not what happened.
And again, it could be boyfriend, girlfriend, friend, family, doesn't matter, colleague, but anyone could be a narcissist who gaslights, but it does make you feel like you're the crazy one.
100%. It's so dangerous to someone's psyche, to someone's well-being. It is. So I am so much more aware of it now, and I am so much more aware of how not that I would ever intentionally gaslight someone or do anything like that, but I'm so much more aware of how my actions or how my words might make someone feel, because I don't want to ever put anyone in that situation where they feel like they're crazy when they're not.
Right. But it also it's a point in time where you realize like, oh, I might be kind of a people pleaser because X, Y, Z.
Because also
they
you've put up with this for years. That person's been in your life for years. It also kind of goes back to, how we were talking about being bullied as kids. Whilst as kids, kids don't know the concept of gaslighting. And I'm not a psychiatrist or mental health expert with children. No, I'm not apparently. But kids can bully another kid. They're not, but they can still gaslight them, but they don't understand the concept of gaslighting. What's scary as adults, you 100%, I could be like, Myriah, your hair's darker than it was last week. And you'd be like, no, it's not. And I'm like, no, I'm telling you it is. And they'd be like, what? And if I keep telling you that your hair's darker than it was last week,
100%.
you're going to believe it. But me and you both know that your hair is lighter than it was 3 days ago because you got your hair done.
Exactly.
It's the same sort of thing.
But if you hear it enough, you're like, is that how it happened? Like, you know, what's his face, who was like, no, we decided together that we're going to be just friends. And I was like, is that how it happened? I don't remember
Tour guide.
Tour guide. Yeah, I don't think it went down that way.
That's not how it happened.
That's not how that shit happened.
No.
But in his mind, I think he might actually believe that, and good on him. But like, that's not how that went down.
I mean, there's a part of me that's like, yeah, all power. If that's generally how you feel, all power to you. Like, own your truth, but make sure it's the fucking truth. You dick.
Also, if that's how you, but like, make sure the other person knows it as soon as you feel it. If you're like, let's just be friends, say it right away. Don't make them wait months to be like, hey, we should just be friends.
That's so true.
Yeah.
So true.
By the way, I've been feeling we should just be friends. I'm like, yeah, bitch, I did the math like months ago.
We haven't slept together for years.
Icing me out. I understood. But don't be like, no, we decided together. The fuck we did. No, we did not.
Yeah,
but,
100%.
But I still was like, did we?
Yeah, it makes you go,
I went
did
right
I?
ahead. Yeah, no, fuck no.
And you go through, you have this thing, you like sit in your room or you sit at home and you go through a checklist. It's like, he said this or she said this. Did I say that?
Right.
No, I have no recollection of saying that.
Correct.
But he's so convinced that I said that, and I'm like, yeah, but I didn't. Yeah. I genuinely didn't. The other thing, and when it gets really dangerous, is when they say, this person feels this way about you because you said that to me. Mm-hmm. And that is like 10 out of 10 gaslighting, like brutal behavior, because that all of a sudden another person has feelings about you, not necessarily good ones, and it's based on the fact that that person convinced you of that and has told that person of that. It's insane.
It's a lot of like fucking telephone.
I think the lesson here is what we need to learn is like stop listening to a noise.
For sure. And like stop people pleasing because of the noise.
Mm-hmm. And actually people pleasing, all it really does is give you more noise. You go and lie in bed at night and you're thinking about, oh, how can I make sure I know they're okay with me? They didn't have a problem with you in the fucking first place. Right. Like, I think that's the kind of goal here. I do want to come on to, this is our fifth episode by the time you listen to it, soz. Mm-hmm. And we have had some DMs. And I wanna talk about them. Mm-hmm. So Jess said, I asked her, she's a friend of mine, and I said, what are you going to unsubscribe from this week or this month? March being a new month. I'm unsubscribing from caring about how people perceive me. I know I'm a good person, kind, funny, and loyal to people. And if that ain't for you, that's fine by me. At Jess LaBrady is her Instagram, by the way. We will tag it below. And I was just like, yeah, that's exactly where we're at. Good for you.
Yeah, 100%.
That is literally it. It's brilliant.
Yeah.
And it is like literally being like, I'm done. I'm not pretending. This is me now.
Yeah.
We are literally in our mid-30s, so we're going to go, I'm done pretending.
This is me, so like, yeah.
100%. 100%. A couple of other things that people did let us know that they were unsubscribing from. Claire says she's unsubscribing from Nectar Points. As a Brit, you'll understand this.
I don't know what that means.
So a Nectar Point is, do you know what a Tesco Club card is?
I can't get one because I'm American.
Right, but it's the same but for Sainsbury's.
Sainsbury's.
Sainsbury's. Say it again.
Sainsbury's.
Mm-hmm. No, again.
Sainsbury's. That's just how
Sainsbury's.
Sainsbury's.
Fuck's
sake. We pronounce syllables.
Okay. Yeah, you pronounce everything as Americans perfectly. No, so she's livid because she has Tesco Club card points, but she says with the Nectar Points, it's like a con. It's like, so you don't give a discount. It'll be like, all of a sudden, buy 20 litres of Lenore. And she'll go, yeah, and you'll save £5. So she buys it and it's not worth it. And then you're supposed to get money off your petrol. She's not getting the money. And then you have like a week, apparently, on the Nectar Points. Whereas Tesco Club card points are better than Nectar Points, is what we're learning from Claire.
Understood.
Lucy
Love Lucy. She's a queen.
We love Lucy, but she has said something a little bit unsubscribing from shit sex and advocating for mandatory orgasms, even with one night stands.
That's such a valid, though, like, necessary point.
I mean, literally, I had a one night stand 2 days ago, and it was.
Did you? Oh,
I did have an orgasm. Yeah, I did. Did
you know? Did you know it was a one night stand? Did you know that ahead of time?
I did. I don't know whether he did. The way I treated him the next morning, he definitely knew.
I heard about that.
I literally was like I wake up, it's like 7 a.m. and all of a sudden this arm reaches across me and I'm like, okay, what's going to happen here? And he like starts like feeling me up and I was like,
With no teeth brushing.
No, if we're going to do it the next morning, I'm okay with it. Especially if we're like just seeing
that's great. I love that.
I'm okay with it. I love it. But like, let me be awake. And let me just like spend 2 minutes in the bathroom, brush my teeth, have a wee, like just
be a person,
like just be normal, because I am not Margot Robbie.
No one
and
is.
I think Margot Robbie would still want a couple of minutes to get her shit together.
Everyone wants to brush her teeth.
Everyone does.
In the morning.
And he's like kissing my neck, and he's like, and I'm like, nah. And I literally was like, sorry, I'm done. Bye. And then I got up and came into the kitchen, made a cup of tea.
I think I heard you.
By the time... Oh, did you? Thanks.
I heard like the peaceful, like the tea,
You like
the kettle thing. Yeah.
And then went back into bed and was like, do you want a cup of tea? And he was like, nah, I'm going to go. And I was like, okay. Like, okay.
Oh my God, why?
Oh my God, why? And then he left and I literally messaged you and Fiona being like, thank God.
I think I was having morning sex at that time.
Oh, that was so funny. So me and Myriah both had dates on the same day and we text each other like 2 hours in. Both of us being like, I'm going to bring him home. Like, it'll be fun. I'm just going to
I was going to bring mine home.
Yeah.
That was planned.
And then we were like, so we both came home, had a few drinks with them. And then the next morning, what was so funny was, I don't know, just that 7 a.m. time when I'm making the cup of tea. I walk out from my room into the kitchen and I'm wet. And then like the bathroom is like on the way because we're on one floor and the bathroom door's open and Mariah's date is there in his friggin' Calvin Klein's and he's like, you right? And I was like, yeah, you're right. And he's like, yeah, you good? I was like, yeah, good.
But like
and it was
his body though.
I wasn't looking at his body. That's not the point in my conversation.
You're just like not looking at all? I would have had to look. If I saw your date like half naked, I'd just be like...
No, it was more like... It was the most British thing I've ever experienced. We were like, you right? Yeah, good. You? Yeah, good. Yeah. I'm making a cup of tea. Yeah, no, I'm good.
He said the same. It's like all the questions you guys ask are like rhetorical.
Yeah,
no one cares if you're good.
Yeah, you right? Yeah, good. Yeah, good. Yeah, so it's not about what they look like or anything. He was not the guy that I was having sex with that night, so who cares? I was not the girl. He was like, you right? Yeah, good. So it wasn't about you like, oh, he's really fit. Did you look? And I was like, no, Myriah, because I wasn't sleeping with him. You're a freak.
I would have.
You're an absolute lunatic. No, that's not what it was about.
Yes, I am.
Anyway, so that was what Jess had to say, and Claire had to say.
We always digress.
Lucy unsubscribed. Okay, so this one I do want to talk about. Fred.
Oh.
I said, what are you unsubscribing from? And he goes, tertiary locations on a night out, which means
the third location.
The third location.
You just told me.
So nothing good ever happens if you leave the second location, and I would agree.
I never like really think about it.
I agree. No, I agree. You know how they say like if you get like kidnapped, if they take you to a second location, you're done. A night out, we don't leave the second location. I'm so into that. I think it's brilliant.
Yeah, I like really have to think about it.
Okay.
I feel like there's like moments where I've been to several locations and it's fine, but I never count the locations. So like now I'm gonna pay attention to how many locations I go to.
We did that. Who were we with? We were when all the girls from LA were here, and I was like, I'm sick. Yes, can't mention their names.
Oh,
and we just went from place to place, and it was like, by the time we got to, I was like, I'm done. I was over it. We went from place to place to place, and I was like,
that was like 5 places.
There was so many places. It was ridiculous.
I feel like with Fred, we've been to like several places. You know what? They'll be like, my
but
purse was stolen.
Yeah, but in Borough Market. So you're in Borough Market.
Right. So it's like all places kind of like become like one
place. Yeah, literally. Yeah. So that's fine.
Fair. We love Fred. Fred's like a favorite.
So thank you to everybody that gave us what you're unsubscribing from. I really appreciate that.
What are we going to unsubscribe from?
I want to talk about one more thing before we end this. So we, as mentioned at the beginning of this podcast, we have had 1,000 streams in 3 weeks. And I'm really proud of that. And I'm very grateful for it. What we've had on top of that is 34 hate comments.
From men. Only men.
All of these comments come from men, and they come from the same community. They started a Discord about us, which I'm like, thanks, Queen. Thank you. But I do want to address a couple of them. So, can you bring them up on the YouTube for a sec? One of them, the first one I want to address is the one that said we had upset a YouTube gun community. I'm from the UK. Myriah is from the States. She's from the West Coast. She's from San Diego. None of us are from Texas, which is, we're not into that. So if the YouTube gun community is going to threaten us, cool. Get a life.
That's why I left the South.
Mm-hmm. Get over yourselves. Like, that doesn't bother me. In fact, it makes me laugh.
There was another one that said, get your sourdough ready. The pepperbacks are about to cook. And where I'm from, which is, real life, pepperback is a racial word. A racial slur.
We're white. We're white.
So we don't speak about anything racist.
Yeah.
If it means something else, also, we're not going to make sourdough. Like, we'll buy sourdough because we're strong women. We're not going to make sourdough. But, like, we can make also whatever we want. But that's a weird comment to say.
I can make a certain type of bread, but it's not sourdough. I made one in my Dutch oven.
Yeah, but
it wasn't sourdough.
Because we're women, we're just going to start making bread.
No, we're not going to do that.
The whole pepperback thing for me, I didn't love that.
Yeah. Yeah. So I think it was
just because we're women.
Because we're women. Oh, that was the other one. More women are talking. Yeah, we're gonna talk because if we don't talk, the only people that talk are you lot. Weird, really weird. And some of the things you have had to say about us are really odd. Like, it's not normal. And in fact, some of your own community backed us up and apologized on your behalf.
Right. And you guys are defending the unsubscribe community. We are the unsubscribed community. So I work in social media. We did vast research before choosing this name.
And
we're allowed to have a different but similar name. So all of you plops or whatever the fuck you're called, just like go about your merry gaming way.
We definitely come across as gamers.
No offense.
No offense.
But like also
gaming.
There's a different name. So read, and maybe listen before you men have an opinion. Because you're all mansplaining to us, and like you're not even really listening.
And I think that if you are from one of the hosts of the Unsubscribe podcast,
which is great,
the original, reach out to us because you're actually really funny, and I think we'd have a really good time doing an episode together.
2 men versus 2 women talking about completely different things, not even related at all. So
appreciate you. Keep slagging me off on the internet.
Yeah.
And
cheers to mansplaining.
Cheers to mansplaining.
Thank you guys so much.
Thank you for watching the Unsubscribed
Starts with a D.
Podcast. If you like what you saw, please like, comment, subscribe. We love the DMs that you've been giving us. We are over the moon that we've had so many streams in such a short space of time. So please be involved. If you like it, let us know. Thank you so much. Bye.